Monte, you hyped for this one?
Yeah, I am actually. I have no idea who's going to win. I think the desk brought up some really good points for once. You know what I'm saying? Well, listen, I think SDY has to obviously speak to the strengths of his team. Would make sense to do an interview and be like, my new team is bad, right? Obviously, but the desk sort of pointing that out, you know, to be real. Boros was a huge identity of their T sides. Thing is that Boros, you know, had struggles at the major in their playoff game.
Yes.
And that was a little bit worrying. And you could see that when he says there's more structure in the team now, I think that checks out, you know?
Sure.
It was hard to play around the fact that Boros was the beginning and end around sometimes.
Yeah, we'll double check. We got to make sure as this one unfolds that there is indeed more structure, but it would make sense. Phelps going to go charging through the A site. Demka turns attention down and doesn't get the second, but at least he killed VINI. Krasnal out from Hut has put the bomb on the ground. Somdai Young sitting on 1 HP pretty, and Bolts, yeah, gets into the cover. That backside plant, and with Henny up in heaven, looking like a strong post plant, especially with Joda on main. He should have the back of Waro in a moment, but Krasnal's going to make it interesting. Pulling a player off of the site, and Waro never let his guard down there. Was waiting for that corner to be occupied, and wasn't wrong. So it's Henny up in heaven versus two who are barely alive, and then there's Krasnal, who's giving a good amount of cover here, and that defuse on Somdai Young. Yes, it's 10 seconds, but Krasnal's cover's still here, still holding and diffusing the whole entire time.
Hoping that he got off at SDY, sitting there 1 HP, but there was no way to approach him. Too difficult. So Monte will win that. I think VINI has the biggest job to do, because I think what we're going to see is that Fallen has been an excellent caller in the last couple of years with this roster, full of players that would have had troubles qualifying to anything without him, both as an individual and as a caller, actually. So I think he leaves a massive gap, and I can understand why he actually got that Furia contract for sure. Seen some big wins for Imperial, largely to do with Fallen. And that's just, I mean, matching up the Fallen as an IGL, like, he's just one of the best of all time. Like, you know, top 3 IGL of all time. So it's understandable if you can't meet that early. But I think the most impressive part is how relevant his calling's been after, you know, 2017 SK days, coming back and doing a last dance that has never stopped.
Yeah, it's like the eternal dance. You just can't stop
1
moving.
HP again.
Yeah, what's going on there? Man simply won't go down. Good damage from Bolts at a distance. There's that M4. Peeks out from Krasnal. Dropped by the Deagle. VINI pressuring out from Squeaky. Back and forth. He's got Demka busy. Somdai Young's here to help. Remember, 1 HP. A stiff breeze. SDY is down. Joda, he's got it. And Bro is just such an unknown entity. Now he said he's not a front-of-the-pack player. Right now he's going to have to take it up into his own hands as he is in the middle of the pistols in lobby. Ooh, interesting. Tech9 headshot.
Extremely interesting.
And with that, it opens up Trophy. Losing VINI on Squeaky feels like a surefire push towards ramp instead. Somdai Young is aware of it. He is on top of it.
They got to dash down, but I mean, the CTs can get here.
It's going to leave Imperial in the open site. We got 8 seconds on that clock. Bomb in the open. I mean, that's just desperate cover. Yeah, and Demka connects the kills.
Just based on timings, I don't like the play at all from Imperial to go downstairs via ramp. If they don't lose their player in Squeaky, of course, that makes sense. But I think they had to sort of cancel. That was just like the right protocols on the retake from the CTs in that position. But there's no chance for the Ts or time for them to take control side before the CTs get down vent. So how are you really going to plant safely? Like, you've got to have the most, like, lucky cover ever, basically, from the T perspective. But played perfectly for Monte, will give him that.
Phelps going hunting towards garage. It's a little sketchy, Monte. SMGs all over the place, but able to just keep his head down. Demka dead. Krasnal trades. He's stuck here. It's an MP9 from heaven.
So they're not committing properly upstairs. It's slowing down a little bit.
Oh!
And bro, oh my God, what?
He must have made sound. And so VINI just takes the shot. Dude, that's
Holy
nasty.
crap.
What is that from VINI?
And now Krasnell, are they going to understand someone could be in Tetris? Oh, they come up with a slow clear and grab it. That's tough.
Sumdai Young with a great chance. I love that he takes the gun and the
They
fight
shot at him. Last guy.
straight to Henny. Flash front sight off the peak. Bolts challenges. SDY's low.
Ooh.
And gets pushed over. It is Imperial's first, 3 rounds deep.
It's messy, but they're getting loud, you know. Yeah, both these teams could absolutely win. Odds have Monte, but it's definitely close. And I think, I don't know. We have more questions about Monte, for sure, for sure. But outside of Boros, it's not like their team sucked outside of Boros. It wasn't like that. It was just that Boros, in terms of identity, added so much. It's like the way that Art is the identity of Furia, even though there's so many players on Furia that make rounds happen. It's the aggressive player that stands out so far away from the pack that adds something almost no one else can. And Bro isn't going to add that. Oh, okay.
I think we cut to him before, maybe, who knows. That was, Gave him the wall bang. And as much as Cello's inclusion on Furia, I think, is a very welcome sight. It's a rifler that's been, you know, kind of waiting for the call up. Believed in Fallen and the crew. You know, I put Jota at the top of the list of Brazilian riflers. You know, it's not like Imperial have been left without any rifle talent. And there was also times with this previous Imperial project where you were looking to bolts for hard carries.
Yep. Yeah, like Matt pointed out, there's no bad players on this team right now.
Yeah.
And with VINI taking IGLing, he would be the worst, but that's perfect to have him have a role that adds more value.
That is the question, I think, that is just, you know, the dark cloud over Imperial. It hasn't started raining yet. It's not a problem, but it is a threat. And
It don't rain.
Yeah, it's a question mark as to what's going on in that department. But there was a big question as to, like, what do Imperial look like if Fallen leaves? Does the whole thing just crumble? Does the organization cease to exist? Fallen was Imperial. It was the last dance.
It's pretty impressive that they got this roster together when it could have been a lot worse. I guess that's the best that you can say. But yeah, both these teams have suffered downgrades over the offseason. Maybe Monte's worse than Imperial's, if you want to put it that way. But that absolutely doesn't mean... But it's sort of impressive that they still sustained.
Yep. And, at least for me, they're still interesting. These are interesting rosters that I can get behind, who I can root for. They can occupy a space in the calendar. They're not wasting our time with their quality of Counter-Strike. I'll put it that way. Phelps, easy cleanup on Krasnell. Bro will hold off one. 5-7 catches a victim, but Imperial just playing with the time, playing down, kind of slotting in and not getting too punished for it. But there's an AK in Woro's hands.
Okay.
And if you give Woro a gun, you're giving yourself problems. Demka, right on that smoke, has full health, so he picks up the AK instead. Woro doubles that deagle back around towards single.
Oh, Jota carefully goes underneath that smoke. Very aware.
VINI's only on 3 health as well. There is still time for this defuse, sure enough. They got to get on that bomb fast, though. That's the problem that they've got. And VINI, 3 HP.
Uh-oh, he's dead.
Molly in front of it.
They took 1 damage?
Sticking the defuse.
What the hell was that?
They time it down and get it. I think they've got it. Oh! Yes, they do.
What the hell? Did you see that, Molly?
I did.
1 damage. I didn't even know it was possible. 3 health to 2 health. But it's the Woro pickup, I think, of the gun, running into control side and barrel stuffing his opponent into also Jota, you know, any kind of delay here. And I think that Jota doesn't think they're coming on this side and is looking to get to the control door to defend the bomb plant. But that's maybe overstepping, overthinking. Monte would have lost on time in like 3 out of 4 situations and found the 4th.
Woro with a bit of impact. Demka as well. I think that at the Paris Major run, when Monte exceeded all expectations, I thought Demka was coming in as a very underrated individual. Posted big numbers in the first stage of the event, and I expect him to pick up some slack with Boros' departure. You know, his namesake, the value we attribute to it, not nearly that of Woro or Boros, but it is definitely on the rise. Pistols getting pulled apart. This one's got nothing for Imperial. It is Monte quickly cutting forward to that 4-1 lead, making sure they don't take damage, man. Bro. Guy. That's going to be the weirdest thing. When I hear Maui on the desk, when I hear anybody on the desk.
Bro.
Yeah. You know, I watched some demos, bro, and it's like.
No, you got to do a better sentence than that. Like, as you would say, I watched some demos of bro.
Yeah, you're right. I could have made it.
Try again.
It's more like,
oh, it's so easy. If it's so easy, then come up with another one.
Bro isn't the kind of guy that will do X, Y, Z.
That's good. Yeah.
You know, and that's like, what?
I was watching, bro.
Let's go.
Let's go.
4-1.
Wonder what bro means in Danish. Him. Bro Chacho.
Demka, love the aggression.
Clothesline.
Right back into the guns as well from Imperial, and they are met by resistance outside. An audible fallback, but Demka floats around on the side of the smoke, and they still haven't found Waro. He hasn't made a noise. But they are still cautious of the threats, and he peeks into Henny, who's going to swing with the AK. And we haven't even talked about Henny yet. Yeah, Fallen's good, but Henny's Henny.
I think Fallen's actually better.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think he's actually a better operator. Damn. Yeah, I actually think so.
You're not
but
saying
I'll
all
open the
around-
floor to a discussion.
Okay, the debate is lively.
And I'm actually talking about like the last couple of years. So obviously, I mean, Prime versus Prime, Fallen's better. But right before that, I guess, like Henny Fury was the best Henny.
Are they throwing this away? They get aggressive in a 3 versus 3. They lose one in lobby. Imperial are simply holding their horses.
Imperial are very good at slowing things down. That's something that
gives VINI time to think.
Well, Fallen called the same stuff. They were very, very patient in all their defaults and would do things like this.
Would be an excellent way for them to get back into the game, or at least this early back and forth buy. Oh, SDY just pinned in. There's a Molotov. Henny's going to throw it on his feet. Sumdai Young swings, drops bomb, gets a bunch of damage. Oh, and Imperial, they squeeze it. 3v3, they sit in lobby, and Monte, they give it away.
They come for him. Wow. Well, it's a good call. 3v3 is not a one situation with the CT side, so hard to say throw it away exactly, but we have no idea what their troubled minds were thinking about, you know?
Sure.
They're behind us. They're pushing. They're flanking. They're planting. You know what I mean? Who knows what they're thinking? But they had ants in their pants, and Imperial had a flamethrower.
Got to get that checked out. That's not going to work. Phelps thinking he's getting cheeky, but Moro just okay. Thanks, bro. VINI. Ooh, he's got the recovery, and there's no other set of eyes outside for Monte. Bro decides to pull back from the ramp aggression, and Bolts is going to let him go. Playing as a pack, Imperial setting their eyes on ramps. Sumdai Young trading positions with the newcomer of Monte.
Ooh, is he there in time?
He's got the better gun, so he's hoping for a further angle, but Joda, instant headshot. AK tears his head off. VINI sitting inside of the vents with the rest of his team coming down towards the B site. We've got one back site in Bro, but that MP9 is most certainly a limitation.
Yeah, with the time, they can go slowly.
And VINI's going to swing that there door.
Yeah.
Catches Bro and closes it. And Monte will be scrambling to get downstairs at this point. Imperial, easy plants, and another tempered pace. No rush.
They're looking very similar to how they used to play, which is, I think, a good sign. Because I think at their best, they were really good at slowing things down. They're really good on the punish game. They're really good at holding nades that they needed for late round situations, like the opposite vent sort of dismantlement that we just saw. I always had a lot of trust in them when things were stringy, when they had low players, low time, like when they played against Cloud9, it was like they were low on everything all the time, but just enough to hit something super clutch.
Sure.
So I like that. I mean, comparing Henny to Fallen, all I'll say is I don't think it's a downgrade. I don't think it's an upgrade, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I think for sure you lose a lot in the way of game knowledge.
Yeah,
you lose a lot in the way of comms.
Yeah.
You lose a lot in the way of like leadership, 100%. Like Henny is not a caller. No one's ever said that about him. In fact, back on the day on the Immortals, Zach had to stand behind him and calm for him because he said so little as a coach when coaches were allowed to talk. Wow. So sort of the opposite of Fallen in that regard. Henny as an individual has become really good, but Fallen has had a renaissance as an individual as well. So it's just got to be a different team. We'll just see how.
Okay.
And I guess it's good, too, that they have Jota, who called for the roster as well for a bit, even if him doing it alone wasn't good enough.
Well, you see, that's the thing. I interviewed VINI yesterday just in the lobby, quickly asked. I said, VINI, look at you, in-game leader now. How long you been wanting to do this? And he said, I don't. But sometimes you got to do what's in the best interest of the team. I said, okay, cool. Like, well, who is there a secondary caller, somebody who's helping you? What is the formula? He said, we'll see. You know, so it's like it's open to interpretation and changes. That's the system right now that Imperial are coming into Cologne with. Nice opening kill from VINI himself. Bro up top, dual Beretters, but he's cleaned out. Now there's only one M4 in play for Monte, and it doesn't seem to be downstairs where we do get this party from Imperial charging headstrong into the bomb site that they've had an affinity for, ending downstairs more often than not and tying this game at 4-all.
Let's go. Very happy to see Imperial not just scrambling and making like massive errors, and I think Monte absolutely keeping it competitive makes it interesting. I'm more curious. I'm just most curious about both teams' T sides, so very excited to see the second half and see what Monte do on the attack. And I wish it wasn't Nuke, I'll say that. I mean, in terms of watching how Boros played, I can't recall how dominant they were with him on T-side Nuke, but if it's, I think the lack of aggression will be felt no matter what. I hope that Phelps finds a rhythm, because he's actually a pretty big pickup, but I feel like if you didn't watch CS before 2017, you'd be like, why is everyone so excited about Phelps? Like, in the last 3 years, like, what has Phelps really done that sort of has earned him such a huge reputation?
Yep.
And that's because back in the day, which is literally, we're talking 6 years ago, he was insane. He was really, really good. He was supposed to be the next Fur. And he was the first sort of disruption of the SK Luminosity lineup that was like, okay, let's see how far we can get to a major. I think they got semis at 1 with the SK lineup, didn't win, something like that. But since then, literally nothing. Literally nothing to talk about. And if he was a slow-playing player who was just chill and a good anchor, that'd be fine. But he's an aggressive space taker.
Yeah. Maui describing
He's
him as
supposed
the
to be a
crowbar.
star. Yeah.
And that's where he
he's
does
like
his best work, has done his best work.
Yeah.
You notice that Bro looks like JKS?
Oh, yeah, he's got a little bit of Justin energy.
A little savage in him.
A little Owen.
Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
5th round on the line. Nice early success here for the Imperial outing. To double up and ramp early. It's outside with eyes on it. Imperial will indeed be making moves. 3 players base of the silo, 1 up top. We've had some good amount of presence, I think, from Monte around the red box, so I wouldn't blame them for being a little cautious here. But it is also Henny on his own downstairs. Some die young, simply does not die. Some don't die. 1 HP, 1 HP, 10 HP, 6 HP, and always winning these opening duels. Woro spots the fall off, but Phelps instant headshot, takes a dink in return. So it is a softened up Phelps, very even this instance. And this could be a great chance for Bro to show us what he's got.
Yeah, Bolts has made this timing, though. He's not getting chased up the ladder, so this actually should be a huge play from Bolts. They go for the lobby recoil, and he doesn't know anyone's below him, so the thing is, they're going to lead everybody upper. He's going to know they were in lobby at this point. Surely he catches this and not get caught off guard, yeah.
Easy.
But are they, you know...
Bomb's still not in position,
The map
though.
should be pretty obvious to the T side at the moment. Like, coming into mini should be the immediate play.
Jota has no reason to rush this.
Yeah.
The smoke blocks off Krasnal's ability to deal anything on sight. He hears the M4 spraying. Finishes off Some Die Young. Woof, caught on the jump. Krasnal's going to get him. And that opens up Krasnal to either just go for a save or double back to the site, but he doesn't want to. Why? You've got frickin' bolts up in heaven.
Frickin' bolts about to strike down lightning on ya.
Bolts going nuts.
Thunderbolts.
Sat up in heaven, comfortable as ever. Imperial, another one.
That was good. All about bolts. That's just all the I mean, you get into heaven on T side, GG, or you suck. You know what I mean? You do that and lose, play a different game.
Bro, hanging on
That's
for
about
dear
the
life.
best advantage you could ask for. It's usually only in the last, you know, the CT's played well. You get there in the last 20 seconds and maybe it's too late to do anything with it. But if you can get to that part of the map, you're in the money, man. You're about to cash out. Guap.
Skrilla.
Moolah.
Big bucks. And big bolts coming in with impact. Just that timing, catching off Demka on the fallback. Unraveled the forward play. We get a little tech issue at the moment, but it's already readied up, so don't fret. Don't stress. I want to see the Waro 2K op highlights start. You know, Waro, I think, has a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations with his name, and what he's been able to do from time to time. But even back in Paris when they upset versus Navi, that was his best map, best performance. Outside of it, wasn't crazy.
No.
He's not playing like some prodigy.
No. It was good, but yeah, not crazy. Definitely had some maps.
He's just got a reputation, you know? He's notorious.
He's infamous, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did own Simple on that Anubis map.
Oh, yeah.
That is, no one can take that from him.
Nope. That was like our Boston, you know? We'll always have Boston.
Yeah, sure.
He'll always have that
He'll always have
legend
that.
stage match versus
Yeah,
Navi.
yeah. I remember the desk in the pregame brought up the tweets and everything. They set the tone.
Yep.
And Waro set the precedent. But versus other opposition, here tonight versus Imperial, 4-6. And Imperial from the lobby to setting eyes outside. Keeping the CTs locked into the A site. We've got one up in the rafters, just in case things get weird on A. Waro sees nothing outside. Main could become a problem, especially with a rafters player. And Waro is not going to be able to slow this down. 25 seconds. Imperial have played with the clock yet again. Krasnal traded. SDY hanging on to his angle, but they are getting ever closer. He welcomes them in, and he goes down with nothing. Bro extends, kills Phelps. He's got Waro to help, and Demka ready to pounce up from vents.
Oh.
But then they push out themselves, and they let this all unravel. It's a push around from Squeaky, but those trades go the way of VINI.
Woo! Comes down to just a few seconds, but VINI locks up the clutch. And Imperial have a very good attack on the site. I mean, there's a lot of CTs there in position, but you can see that the way they scaled really dealt with those heaven spots well. They were hiding in all the right times. They were clearing all the right angles. They were letting the CTs only get one with a second T ready to trade instantly at every single juncture. And VINI does a fantastic job in the end. Literally, that's what happened. Every kill was followed up by a T immediately. No chance to let that tumble onto the CT side. No momentum being built.
Everything reinvested for this one.
This is a very low buy for I mean, this is CT side getting a lot of guns, but no utility here. We're down to one smoke in a minute 30.
Waro's already lost control of Secret as well. It's Henny versus SDY. Headshot connected.
Oh, man. They lose one more player. Like, you're not even going to get a retake going, so they got to fight hard on CT.
Krasnal looking for his, and he stops the bomb. Takes damage, but so be it. Phelps is wounded. Henny's wounded. And Monte 4v3. The rumblings of presence downstairs with the door swing. And Phelps decides not to go back to get bombed, not to go through main to chase the kill, but instead he wants to take a heaven play.
Yep.
And if we see anybody post back up on that main door, maybe they forget about this threat.
He's going to come clear this, though. Let's see.
But how much?
Oh, my God. He doesn't
Not the
clear it that
stairs.
deep. Phelps is so close. He was really looking. Oh, that's noise. That's noise for Phelps to hear that rotation into the upper side. It's his time to go, honestly. They need to make something happen, and he's coming in slowly, but
Krasnal playing on this side of the box could be a death sentence. Phelps is also going to have to clear straight down.
yeah, no one's looking at him right now, but
Phelps makes his play. Demka fully distracted. That's
go.
one. Now he clears vents, but we still got Krasnal in the pocket.
oh,
M4 gets away from him. Yes, it's a fast flank coming around through lobby, but unfortunately, second player is stuck down in vents.
again, retake comes down to Woro's utility. He still got it, but it's 2v3.
Oh, nice shot. Bro with that long-range FAMAS. Upgrade to the AK. Does he make the play? He's got Henny exposed, and Henny's headshots are hot. Woro's going to go for the smoke in front of him, takes him out of this 1 versus 2, and Jota has come back from lobby through the hut. Woro getting closer to that bomb.
Oh.
Henny has him on 4 health, and the Glock of all things.
Whatever it takes, man, but that's just good. From Henny to push through that smoke with his teammate attacking at the same time, that's chemistry. They're on the same page.
Guns him down.
Yeah.
Was that just a synchronized chant in the mid-game?
I didn't hear it.
Like, you know when people break, like right before, you know, Cadian does the whole heroic thing? Maus did a cheer. I thought that would... Dude, if they have synchronized war cries, they
This
might
is
just
Brazil.
win. They
This
might
is
just win
Brazil.
Cologne.
I've heard all the chants in Brazil, honestly.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Ba, ba, ba. Po, po. Is it Po?
Po.
Get the melody right.
Yeah.
So,
La 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 vitalite. All these major chants are just burned into my brain forever.
that one's actually from that biking competition that Pimp likes so much.
Nope, it is 100% only vitality.
Oh, sorry, I mean the Tour de France stole it from Vitality.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Almost got my history wrong.
It's weird they do a Tour de France. I mean, I went to Paris once. That was enough.
It took me so long. I actually had to look at the ceiling for a second.
Just kidding, Paris. You're all right. Smoke's going to fade, and VINI, it's going to get his kill. These pistols not getting too crazy active, and Imperial racking up T rounds. On the brink of 8. Phelps. Well, not even needed. VINI's just tearing heads off.
Imperial are moving nice.
Yeah, nice and smooth, nice and slow. And I think that, you know, this is the kind of pace where a newer in-game leader, I would hope, is just nothing too frantic or crazy. There's been a wild moment here and there like this. Demka double deagle, triple, another chance. Oh, God. What could have been, but is in fact another for Imperial.
At least it's money down.
Yeah,
That
nice
was cute.
deegs. 3 headshot frags coming off the cannon.
Cannon.
What's that from?
It was a DJ tag.
Okay. But Imperial, it's their 8th. VINI cruising, baby. Enjoy these.
Blow.
Love it.
Yeah.
I was a little awkward.
It's my turn to leave.
Got stuck on that vent. Set themselves up for a little A hit to inside of the hut with the utility all over. Look at this, full-blown exec, and they're blind. Krasnal holds on.
Where's a T
Phelps.
who's out? Phelps did not look up.
What the hell? Gets backside silo. Not only does the player back silo get away from him, but also that player up in rafters survives. It took the Heaven guy to come out and
Do they
deal
know
with
what's on
it.
site? Okay, now they do.
And
SDY
he's-
dropped in. There's 3 players right around here. One in the vent. Henny. Okay, he's feeling it now. I mean, the knife's out.
Back to
Woro's
the
going to
pistol.
switch out. Yeah. Now, Henny's also really good in the clutch. He's having a great game so far. Time down to 45 seconds. There is a walk lower available, but there is no smoke for the plant. So it could be Heaven on his mind at the moment, and hoping if they drop that F Heaven that there's a chance he can just take that better spot.
Yes, and Heaven's also prime for the taking. Oh boy. Henny, what have you mustered here? Oh!
Oh, that's a good play, man. There's just a timing there where bro looks, but he looked totally unaware that someone could be coming up the ladder.
Yeah.
Henny really wanted to try to find someone in the site. That was not being greedy.
Nope.
If you're new to CS watching that was a super solid attempt. It was pretty unlucky. There was pretty much exactly what he needs to do to like win a 1v3.
To make it all
line
happen.
up 2 kills, and bro just, you know, gets nervous for a second. Totally understandable. Could have still died as well. You know.
You gotta laugh, man. You gotta laugh it off. And still Imperial, 8 rounds on a T side of Nuke. You're cruising. A couple more still to play out. Phelps is just walking on over, no stress, no problem. There's a gap on the other side of that smoke, but SDY has pulled back, so he gets by Phelps. Not a issue so far. In fact, a great position. It's going to cause the CTs to shell up a little. They'll play inside the building instead.
Astralis beat Liquid again?
What? Really? Damn.
Can't beat this damn team.
2019 PTSD.
Actually, 2019 was the only times we ever beat it.
Oh, God.
You know? Let's do it. Anyways.
Holding on here. Krasnal waiting. SDY opens up. That Phelps outside position ends up getting taken away without any effect on Monte. 3 players comfortably kerneled up inside A site. They're chilling. But there's also a big old pack of Imperial men coming right at him. Krasnal Demka on the floor. SDY up top. SDY from the corner gets the head onto Jota. And the T's could just drop down.
Yeah, they could drop down. They just 3 upstairs. Rotation super slow.
Woro's
has to hit it. He's got to hit it.
Easy. Bomb gets backside and plants. Nade for him. Ooh, it goes down just with a little bit of extra time. But it's a 5v2. It's a 5v2, and they are stuck inside the single door. And so Henny's going to have to do something miraculous.
They know he wasn't open.
Misses his first chance, and it felt like any bullet missed is the death of Henny. That's how this one feels. The squeeze is coming from both sides. He'll drop Demka, but just simply too many enemies. And Monte will sprinkle in a 6th at least.
Nice. They got there like fast enough, and Woro just had to hit that one shot. I mean, they still got the plant down, but that made it a 5v2. So there's always that chance you can drop Vent, and that's why Squeaky is such an appealing late-game option, late-round option on low numbers. It's also just a great way to hit the site. Lots of T-favored angles. That's why you just see CTs spam smokes on Squeaky from beginning to end of round. It is such an important part, most important part of the map to defend and to keep open for lurks on T side. So 1 more round in the half, but honestly, man, this is what we want to see, I would say. Definitely from Imperial, and unsurprisingly from Monte. Still pretty good, but Imperial, wow, they're pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're doing it.
Hello!
Hello.
Greetings.
That's how I would scream if I was in space. You know what I mean?
Sure. No one can hear you out there. Smoke wall instantly, and they've got bodies crossing. That MAC-10 down secret. Deagle and the bomb up next. Currently no defenders downstairs. Those smokes are about to fade, but SDY is still back in spawn. No one's keeping them honest. Bunch of liars.
Liars.
Yeah. Charlotte. Nope.
Charlatans?
Yep. No, just Charlottes. They're downstairs, but they don't know if there's anybody here with them. There is now. Bro back sight. Opper's coming down too. Waro making a quick sprint to put the op up. He's not wrong about that peek. But VINI's not going to give it to him just yet. VINI also has the bomb, so he's hoping that the single door swing will open up a chance for him to push out. If he dies to the op that's holding him, like that, now the bomb is in the dirt, so the single door players won't open, or no, excuse me, they do. And with it, it is Bro on an easy 2K mowdown. This one just hits the brick wall of the B site. Best B site defense we've seen out of Monte. And it certainly helps that the bomb gets dropped. No simultaneous split coming through from Imperial. So 8 rounds on a T side is definitely something to be proud of, and it's definitely enough to work with in the second half. And they'll try, as they have to close this one out. But Monte, a little uptick towards the tail end of the CT half. Bolts is going to tear him up a little, but it's all just padding. 8 rounds for Imperial on the defense. Jumping into this third best of one on the B stream, we weren't quite sure what the new Monte would look like. We didn't know if Imperial could survive the departure of Cello and Fallen as they simultaneously play Greyhound over on the mainstream. We're looking at the remnants of that team, 2 Brazilians squads sizing up their opponents in Cologne. And Imperial, solid T side. They'll get to start this defense with a 1-round advantage. They've done their work, Mohan. It looked smooth. It looked well conformed. Everybody on the same page. And it's for that reason they hold this lead. And now maybe they're going to get a little crazy. Henny's getting aggressive into lobby with players back behind him. His dual Berettas take down 2.
Krasnell, though, bouncing back. It's actually Demka and him that have gotten 4. And now Jota, he's on the roof.
Yeah, he is. He's hunting. Damn, we're so fixated there by the dual Berettas at the front. Somehow Krasnell's getting kills.
They know he got... Okay, now they see him.
Yeah. But what's he going to do about it?
He let the bomb go. That's a mistake. He let everyone go now.
Following Demka somewhat. Jota looking at the site. Rafters player. Dead. That's a start, but down to 7 HP. It's that damage right there that should be the end of Jota. And SDY with a nice little angle. So Monte kick it off with a T-side pistol.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do indeed. And so now the door is open. But is it a door that leads to the ocean or to a home? Be careful what you step through. I don't see a window. So what that means is I don't know who's going to win based on that round. But that does mean that, you know, this makes it more likely it's going to be a 16-14 finish.
Another one.
Yes.
Or OT.
And they've been good today. Very good.
Whatever else you need. We got it here at IEM Cologne. First stage of Cologne. The play-in. CZ working around blue. Phelps is looking for a gap, and he's found one.
Look at that huge gap. Massive.
Come on. Oh. But the AK is simply better. That's why it costs more. And Henny moves the scout quickly to the CT spawn. Bolts is going to try to press into the same gap. There are 2 left inside garage and 3 on secret. And he flashes. Bolts has it himself. He would have had to flash himself in. So he just tries to peek around dry. Bro has got him, protecting SDY. Monte also taking their sweet time in rounds like these.
And making good use of the map. Which I think, does this result in an upper hit? Because, I mean, they got 2 walking into mini. So bomb's going back through Squeaky. Henny's going to catch across. Kind of too hard to stop with just a scout. You would think. Oh.
He was tagged. That one was tagged.
Now they go lower. Now
that's
they go
the free
lower.
one.
They can avoid that entirely.
Careful, bro. Ooh, careful what you ask for. VINI kills Waro 2K. That's the
Wait, the bomb
event.
is not getting planted. Okay, the
bro
bomb's
is still in the open and dies, but it's a 3v2.
Yes, it is.
Henny's almost dead. And Jota is indeed down. So they know it's a bomb planted, a player deep ramp. The position should be known, but the shots are just still trickling in for Monte. So much so that Henny will go save the AK. Listen, they made him sweat a little.
Yeah, it was sweaty.
A little sketchy.
Wasn't a free situation.
But they do indeed get their 9th. We got Monte in the lead. Early T-side success.
Who are you feeling like? Who are you leaning towards?
I'm feeling like Connor. Usually do most days.
You feeling like Connor with an E?
Yep, ER.
ER. A donkey.
And, yeah, I don't know. I think this game's pretty 50-50.
50-50. I'm feeling 50-50 as well.
It's not clear. It's really not clear at all. It's just that uncertainty of the Monte T side without Boros to just walk in an entry. You know, SDY in the pregame said that there's more structure now. And for that reason, this may be the better team. And he can say that all he wants, but he's got to prove it. The team has to prove it. That's what I'm waiting for.
But yeah, the team slows down. That's sort of what that implies.
And that last slow round did work out. Of course, they had the advantage the whole time. And yes, they lost a couple players outside.
It was
got a little
sketchy.
weird.
It was sketchy.
But it was also more structured. for better or for worse. AK on Henny, the only threat. And of course the X27.
Is that what the Zeus is called?
Mm-hmm. The X27.
Is that the Twitter rebrand?
See? Do you see?
Don't give Elon ideas.
That's the name of his 4th child. Still nothing shown here. Monte taking their sweet time, but they've got the util and the gun advantage, so they can.
Feet.
And Bolt's legs have been spotted. Zeus is up.
Oh!
And the bomb
it matters!
gets dropped.
It matters!
All of a sudden, though, the unraveling of the A site still unfolds to the favor of Monte. P250 on Joda. He'll get a little more damage in. He's got players down beneath him. He's done. He's doomed. He's cooked, toasted, boiled. And Monte, 10-8 lead.
Good enough conversions.
I hear Australians screaming down there.
Yeah, let's see what Greyhound
the
are
hell
up
is
to
going on?
here. Let's take a look.
What the hell is going on downstairs?
Well, they're losing by 1 round, but the comeback is greater than the setback.
And the setback originally was 8 terrorist round wins for Imperial. Monte, 3 straight. See if weapons change the tail here.
Man, how'd that do no damage back? I'd just like to ask.
Don't ask.
My fault.
Got some spam back and forth. Sizing each other up. Game's been a slow burn. That's fine. No problems here on the smokes, but Phelps.
Wow! SDY does not die.
Every time. Every single time. Waro 2K is going to catch the headshot. Things are going well here for Monte as they didn't lose their IGL. And they get the opening pick. VINI hanging on for dear life. Bro doubles back to the rooftops. He's not alone. He's giving Krasnal some utility, keeping the bomb for himself. That Molotov destined for the A execute. And it could very well make VINI uncomfortable. Phelps having a hard time. Bolt's right there with him. VINI falls off the rafters, gets a little bit closer. Frag grenade will chip away at Bro.
Chunky.
Flash comes back. VINI's looking to make an active move, but we've actually got a little ramp play coming out of Monte,
Yeah,
and
but
it's been
VINI
left open.
Oh, no rotations?
Nope. And
Not at
Krasnal-
all. Oh my god. Okay, no, there is one. There's one.
Krasnal doubles back. We've got 7 seconds.
Oh!
Covers there. Nicely played from Monte.
Yep.
Everybody in position. The double doors threat was another possibility. But in this case, it's smooth sailing down the ramp into B with 5 alive, and this
Dude.
T side is looking structured.
And if you don't kill SDY, he kills another one.
Mm-hmm. He has survived opening duels on 1 HP, 1 HP, 10 HP, 6 HP, 2 HP. Gotten kills with them.
You gotta kill him for sure.
Says some
You
die
know,
young,
not
but
like
not
a
me.
not in like a Matt Damon, like Jason Bourne kind of way. You know,
No, I don't actually.
not in like not in like a Jason Statham kind of way.
You're
Not in like a Keanu Reeves kind of way.
you're making it worse.
I'm trying to come through with examples, ways to not kill him. Got to do it in like a Gandalf kind of way,
Ah, okay, I got
like
you.
for real.
For real. Dumka getting rowdy. Deserved, as this is a Monte that not everybody has faith in. Some think that, what did Maui say? One of the worst downgrades of the offseason.
Yeah.
Those were the words out of his mouth, not mine.
I mean, just because Bro has some of the same letters, you know.
Monte making moves, and Imperial don't have money to move. Pistols armored, sure enough. Sat in the corners of the A site, welcoming another exec. Monte gonna take their sweet, sweet time. 79 down in the secret stairs, and Phelps' spam connects, but as he plays around the smoke, Demka gets the better angle.
A triangulation. Hit him with the battleship spam.
Still waiting while smoked.
Coordinates detected. Oh, there it is again.
Dude, that internal timing. It clicks.
And now they can attack Squeaky, more properly.
And they flush him off as SDY is wrapping around from main. VINI's 5-7 takes 1 and 2. Solid shooting from the sidearm. Not nearly enough, however, to keep Monte out of this A site, to keep them away from 12 rounds, from keeping them in what is currently a 5-round streak on a flawless T side.
And 3 rounds at the end of the first half.
Now 8 straight. My God, SDY wasn't lying. The T side looks good.
It does look good. It does look good. Can't lie, though. Not always surprised to see Imperial struggle on CT.
Okay.
But just more curious as to how they look so similar. Like, they've just maintained their structure from before, which is, I think, pretty impressive because they've had 2 big, pretty, massive roster moves in the sense of having Henny switching IGL, actually 3 different things, So, 4-round lead here for Monte. I think they actually just, continue to keep it slow in the defaults because Imperial are sort of coming apart at the seams at the moment. Slowly.
Yeah, it's no implosion. Just a slow squeeze, like a boa constrictor.
Yeah.
Imperial's eyes starting to bulge out of their head. Turning blue, they're turning blue! And Bolts is trying to hold on, but I mean, Demka could pop
you
out.
can't kill him.
The gun's empty. Oh. Bolts has to reload.
Happened?
Demka pops out. Joda off heaven attempts it.
Moro.
But I mean, it's just a total blast.
Shout out to the tempo change right there. That rush upper, oh my God.
Blast straight into the A site, completely shreds him.
You can't pretend you didn't shoot all your bullets, So when that spam comes through and they start running through, you have to be ready for that possibility.
You're right. I mean, say what you will about Counter-Strike pros, most of them can count to 20. And so when that A1S spams its entire mag, it's a death sentence. A death sentence that gives Monte another round that puts them on a 13-8 lead and could very well send Imperial down to an elimination best of 3. They're not even putting up a fight because they can't kill Some Die Young.
They can't kill Some Die. They just put so much spam down to hit him in the back line. Oh my God, are they going to save any guns here?
They're trying. Phelps holding on.
Okay, I think they've defended.
Yeah.
That's good.
2 saved. Silver linings is all really Imperial are earning at the moment. Rebuy looks good.
But it's good calls from SDY this half. Slow play, see how we're doing. Into very strong upper attack, trust our entries, punish the early CT, spam back. As soon as they got comfortable, never let them know your next move.
Yep. Keep them guessing. Dancing with them. Outclassing them. Zach coming through with a little bit of impact here.
Monte coach doesn't even have to stand up yet. That's how chill it is here.
Really does remind me of JKS. Weird. Jail looking like Zeus. Just saying.
New generation.
I heard that they were cloning some of the best players out there. I just didn't think I'd see them so soon. Not this time, Waro. 6 straight on this T side. Phelps got to step it up. Bolt's got to step it up. Imperial have to start holding back Monte. Jota, oh, he comes back.
Pretty massive pressure, man. Jota wants to fight for the ramp.
Good job by Bro.
There's no one to help him, so he's got to fall down. And that's Henny spotted outside. They could take over They can take over a lot right now if they want to. I think this default's working out pretty nicely. Demka, great clear, but Bolt wins.
Yep. He knew he was in there. Bolt's having jumped over, made a ton of sound.
Johto to rotate down lower.
Only player here. We've got a second one coming. Phelps is sprinting down from Secret. Smoke grenades on the entrances. Molotov in the corner. Doors are open. That's still the gap and a perfectly timed peek from Jota, but Waro's got that trade frag. And while Window's still smoked, albeit with a gap. Oh my God.
Goodness
Almost
gracious.
the quick scope.
Yeah.
Henny comes through with the op kill elsewhere. Krasnell's got 2 around him, and he knows it, but look at this. Fires off, kills Phelps. Falls victim, though, to the Bolt's creep back sights, and so finally, eventually, Imperial put up a CT round win.
Yeah, they fall on their feet. I think that was still a good round for Monte overall. I like their, I like the angles that they took control of, and some of the fights they looked for. I would have probably signed up for the same ones again, I guess is a good way to put it. So I don't mind their approaches, but equally important that simply Imperial held their ground in all these different engagements. So it's a drop in the bucket for Imperial. It's a round Monte can afford to lose. Imperial know the job isn't finished. They've got to win this round, maybe the next, to even just get an eco.
Oh, VINI, love it. Drops
Oh,
down
hell yeah.
right in. They think that they can just get aggressive on A. It's going to take a massive puncture from Hut, and Bro hits the second.
Broros. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Krasnell's going to come back from Squeaky.
Oh!
Deletes Jota.
Damn, they just said
3v5. They lost the bomb in the process. That's kind of weird.
that is weird. But they're
He
just
grabs another smoke, and they just put one up on main, plus the Heaven player still sitting outside.
re-smoke.
I mean, there is a reset economically looming over the heads of Imperial. Phelps tries to get fancy.
And they can't even attempt this really, right? It's kind
No.
of hard, so.
3v5. There it is. There's Bro. Because if you're aggressive on a T side and you're Monte, you've been leaning on Boros for months. Who steps up in this 3v5? His
Bro.
replacement. Bro shows he's got a little in him. Can't spell Boros without Bro.
That's the new line.
2 kills out of Hut. 3v5 to keep Imperial on a single stagnant round win. 2 players surviving is very critical here for the CTs. Monte 2 rounds away from victory in this best of 1. Their money's fine. They can afford these deaths, no issue. It's the CTs that keep 2 up.
Demka getting loud. Demka getting very loud. And the Imperial playbook, definitely a little flimsy here as defenders. I'm not feeling a lot of confidence on this side of the map. I love the play that VINI made. I mean, that was great. But Monte have multiple capable entry fraggers right now. Waro, Demka, Bro in this last round.
This one's got to be clean. Boop. Mid-oop.
Right on the nose. That's tough. VINI, how much more can you do?
Right. Great drop off of
He
Hut.
didn't have much. He didn't have much in the way of ammo either after those first 2 kills. But his teammate died. Let the floodgates open.
Yes, sir. Poor VINI. A victim of Bro's success.
No, they could read this as a low buy and actually rush upper again. So we'll see. Demka, yeah, they will. Oh, it's a great call. Wow.
Demka's flying.
Oh,
Main player
the bomb
blind.
dropped on this play, but there's a T lurking up. Oh my God, take that fight, Demka.
Hold on. He wants to milk the moment. Downstairs, they pick one up. Oh, Demka's now missed his chance to kill the main player, but I mean, he could come back.
Yeah, I think he should have just taken that fight, but I guess he'll still have another chance.
And because he's on high alert and Phelps falls victim to it, it still seems to be working out.
Yeah. It's actually sort of pressed to another safe situation. VINI's going to be peering in from heaven, but
Nope.
Molly comes down, and you're going to wait this out. There was even a chance in your mind that it went lower, and that's not the case anymore. So Monte 15, that's actually a Furia play that they did. They drop vent with Art pushing through the squeaky smoke so that if you spam the vent, that the guy who pushes through can kill your upper guys while they're defending. So in the future, it forces you to stop spamming the squeaky smoke on those attacks. unless you double up inside of Mini. But, wow. Using their own play against VINI's former roster.
Rude.
Rude and smart.
Very nice to see Demka picking up slack as well, right? They lose a little punch on the T-side entries. And while Bro may have pulled it back in that 3v5, it is Demka who's top fragging and letting them know. 23 and 13.
Doing great.
As he did at the biggest event of their careers. The last major had his name stamped across it in the first stage.
It's been getting better and better, as you said.
Yes.
This has been an abysmal CT side from Imperial.
Oof. Tough to watch, but still going. Bro's gonna try to speed it up around main. Oh, down into Phelps.
And he was scoped.
Yeah, right, you've got an AUG and somebody flies at you like that. Meanwhile, Sumdai Young just finishes him through the hut spam, I believe. Frag grenade comes out, Demka peeking down, gets dinked up. Poor guy just pulled in two directions. Maybe Imperial aren't done fighting just yet. They've already pulled off a 3v5, Monte. 3v4, one step easier.
Well, they know one's down vent, one's opposite vent. So SDY taking some liberties outside. Henny unknown, but he's been sort of camping inside of ramp, waiting for something to come in his direction. If they set up a boost, this could be a good way to pull off the attack. But Henny, of course, he's been known to hit a hard flick. We'll see how good the clear would be. SDY, does he try to get into literally ramp? That's an interesting sort of itinerary for him to try to muster up. That's not easy.
Joda should.
Oh my God, no. Wait a second. If this even turns the attention of the CT for 1 second.
Then the push is coming out a trophy.
Yeah, but okay, even right now. Wait, they're going to go back upper?
And he's not moved yet.
Wait, 20 seconds. They have to commit upper, and SDY's got to go up heaven. That's it.
Well, then Vinny's standing up in the open, bolts his back sight yet again. He'll be exposed to the hut peak when it comes in an instant, and he gets offed. Oh, but Vinny up on a pedestal, delivered to Woro 2K. They already lost the 3v5, and now to close this game, Monte, a 3v4. Sumdai Young unravels it with the kill on Joda in heaven. And then, I mean, the rest of the A players just can't move. They are stuck in position. Henny, who is top fragging for this Imperial team, is looking to keep him alive. Bomb nearing that halfway point. And Woro 2K has found a moment to put his name in this best of one. Smoke to try and get him out. Bomb is planted close. The time is simply not here for Henny. He is desperate. And Monte sit on top of this bomb site. It was a close first half, and Imperial seemed like they had done enough, but at the end of the day, it is a phenomenal T-side coming out of Monte, showing that even without Boros, they've still got it.
They look legit, and definitely talking to them, they're like, let's see what happens. We don't really know, and I think that might have been fair. I mean, just being humble about the fact they made it like a difficult roster.